Hello and welcome back. Today we start covering the Damiano Gambit, one of the oldest opening lines in the chess history. So the e4, e5, knight f3. Almost all modern players are playing in such position: knight c6 or knight f6 or d6, which leads to the Philidor defense. However, 500 years ago, first time f6 line was analyzed by the Damiano in his first book about the chess and about the chess opening lines. So what we can say is that black's f6 move is quite risky. And why? Not only that this move takes away the f6 square from the knight, but also because it weakens too much the diagonal e8 h5. So let's understand first of all what black is playing. So when usually after d6 white could immediately react with d4 attacking the black center, after knight c6 white can play immediately bishop c4 or bishop b5 going to the royal opposite. After f6 black is trying to set quite solid pawn structure. Let's say in case of bishop c4, d6, knight c3. Black of course is not going to develop the bishop on g4. You know why. So can you explain me why bishop g4 is a bit dangerous in this position? So the reason is quite simple. We have the classical knight takes e5 combination, which after bishop takes d1, the huge blunder leads to the checkmate in 2 after bishop f7, king e7 and knight d5. And of course this is a checkmate. So if in case of d6 and f6, black would like to play c6 in this position, and that is the main reason why black were trying to avoid knight c6 move. So right now black somehow covered the most important problems. Let's say after d4 black even can play something like queen e7 or knight d7 and trying to keep position close. Later on to play g6, maybe bishop g7, maybe knight h6, knight f7. So right after white taking on e5, black can capture or with the f pawn or with the d pawn. So keeping solid, a bit passive, but solid position. So unfortunately for black, this would never come true, because after f6 white is having quite strong and powerful knight sacrifice. Knight takes e5, and that is the way to meet the Damiano defense with Damiano Gambit line. So white is sacrificing his knight in order to play on the next move queen h5 check. So after f takes e5, queen h5 check. Black cannot play g6 because queen takes e5 and the rook on h8 is gone. Same way after king e7, queen takes e5, black's king is just in very dangerous situation. So you can understand it already. Only move is king f7. Now white's bishop is coming into the attack, bishop c4. This line was one of the first line in the book of Gioacchino Greco, one of the greatest Italian chess player who also wrote his